It's hard out there for home buyers. Just ask Zillow, the real estate company, issuing a cautious outlook for the current quarter, citing headwinds from elevated mortgage rates and weak demand from first-time home buyers. Still, the company posting a solid first quarter, beating estimates across the top and bottom line. With me now, Zillow CFO Jeremy Hofmann. Hi, Jeremy. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
So what can you tell me and what color can you give on what you are seeing from those first-time home buyers and where you are maybe seeing strength and weakness during the quarter, not just last quarter, but in the current quarter as well?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's no surprise that when interest rates spiked the way that they did in the back half of the quarter in March and into April, we started to feel some impact in the housing market, and that was reflected in our guidance. I think at the same time, we look at what we did in Q1, and we outperformed the real estate market by 900 basis points. And that was on the back of strength from all parts of our business. So our residential business grew by 9%, Our mortgage business, which is where we provide mortgages to through Zillow Home Loans, that grew 130%. And then our rentals business, which we shined a light on yesterday, grew 31% overall as well. And that was the seventh consecutive time in which we've outperformed the residential real estate market. So we feel really good about what we're in control of, despite the fact that home buying right now is tough.
I want to ask you more about that rental business in a second, but first I do want to ask you about mortgage rates and when you expect some relief on that front and how that's going to flow through to your business.
Yeah, I mean, I heard it from the guests just before, how challenging it is out there to try to expect what the Fed's going to do. Our view is that housing's going to be roughly flat this year, and we don't necessarily take an in-house view on mortgage rates specifically, but we think the housing market's going to be flat as affordability continues to be a challenge. At the same time, we do know that it's a growth industry over time, and we feel like we're well positioned to take advantage of that, when the time comes.
So given all of that, it is interesting that you are making that increasing bet on rentals, right? That there is that rental portal on your site alongside the ability to look at homes for purchase. Is this a bet that this will be a prolonged cycle, that more people are not going to be purchasing homes, but rather are going to be looking to rent?
Yeah, I think it's more, what we're trying to do at Zillow is be a housing super app. So that means that we're providing services to anyone that's trying to move in any capacity, whether that's buying, selling, or renting. And rentals has been a bet of ours for a long period of time. We've invested against it as a result of that. And of course, having all the inventory on the home side and as much inventory as possible on the rental side is a benefit to our consumers because they know what's out there for them, whether it's the right choices to buy or to rent. And obviously, in a moment like this, renting does make a lot of sense. And we like the consumer experience we're building, plus the business opportunity we see over time.
Jeremy, let's talk about the NAR settlement as well. National Association of Realtors, of course, this settlement that could affect how commissions are paid. I think everybody's still trying to get their arms around it. Talk to me about how it could affect your business. Could you see, for example, a drop in your income from the sort of premium listings, if you will?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely noisy out there right now. Real estate is always a well talked about category, just given the importance it has in the economy and also just in people's lives. So it's definitely been a lot of speculation and big headlines. I think from our view, we think buyer agents, those that help people buy homes, add value. We've seen that over the nearly 20 years in which we've been operating Zillow. You put yourself in the shoes of a first-time home buyer, and you remember how confusing that process was, and how emotional it is, and how infrequent it is. We think real estate agents provide a ton of value, and will continue to do so regardless of the settlement. And then for Zillow, we orient ourselves around the most productive real estate agents, and the most productive real estate agents have been taking share over time, and we think we'll continue to take share. So we look at the opportunity and the evolution from here as opportunity really more than threat. And I think we've proven that out in the past, and we'll continue to look to do so.
Jeremy, thanks for spending some time with us. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thanks.